We've spent 8 episodes exploring this bizarre, beautiful toolkit. We've looked at algorithms that speak in questions, strategic planning driven by dreams, and collective breakthroughs that ripple without explanation. But before we close this chapter and move on to our next mini-series, we need to answer the ultimate question: why? Why start with wildcards and mythical systems? Why mix data science and corporate strategy with ancient archetypes, symbols, and myths? The answer lies in the very first philosophy we unlocked. Our current world is obsessed with making everything legible. Society wants you to be a neat line on a spreadsheet, a predictable data point, a manageable resource. But not all forces shaping futures are predictable, legible, or fully governable. When we deal with complex living systems, like our communities, our planet, or our own psyches, the consequences are fundamentally unknowable. If you only use rigid, mechanical tools to fix a complex, living world, you will break it. That is why we need wildcards, to represent the edge cases in the unknown unknowns. And that is why we need mythical systems, to give us structured ways to engage with uncertainty and symbolic meaning without surrendering our agency. Think about the journey we just started. When our linear logic breaks down under planetary transitions, and we'll talk about that too in a future mini-series, Dreamtime planning steps in to save our imagination, reminding us to explore possibilities instead of obsessing over fixed outcomes. When we felt completely powerless, the return of the 100th monkey reminds us that our small individual actions build the cumulative energy needed for sudden phase shifts. When the algorithms try to force us into predictive boxes, the algorithmic oracle challenges us to interpret, contest, and override the machine to keep our free will intact. We compress massive complexity into crystal codes, protect our wildest ideas inside sacred islands of the future, and anchor our very nervous systems with color-based healing. It's a beautiful rebellion of the human spirit and creativity against the doom and gloom end of the world narrative we are being force-fed. And finally, remember the code hidden at the bottom of these cards, the 3 overlapping circles pierced by a single arrow. That diagram is the ultimate reason for this deck. The circles can be seen as the systems we inhabit. Whether it's natural, corporate, or old assumptions about how the world should work, the arrow is you. We use wildcards and mythical systems because they are sense-making devices. They remind us that agency is the first primitive of the future. You are a free will player in the game of life. Never forget it. Thank you for completing this first mini-series with us. Your mind is officially upgraded, and you are ready for what comes next. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next mini-series. Let's keep playing.